Good evening, everybody, and bear with me. I've literally just run up the stairs. Hang on, where's this? Clear this. There we are. I'm here. Oh, look, we've got the wrong background. I literally 2 minutes ago. You can see over here. If you're listening to this podcast, apologies, but see the Poundland bag. Is we got a birthday in the household tomorrow, and basically Mrs. Ford's dumped everything in the office. So there's chaos downstairs. We've not got the right Wi-Fi connections or anything tonight. Anything could happen tonight. So I need. Where's Gary? Where's Gary? Is Gary in the house? I need Gary to tell me the sound of vision's okay, because we're doing this on a shoestring tonight, people. So anything can happen. Oh, Gary, keep me posted throughout this whole episode, because I'm literally doing this with like the internet from 1927. Even if they had internet in that, imagine that. So good evening, everybody. This is Bite Size. We've changed the camera view because somebody was moaning in the comments last week. So I thought I'd change it. They were moaning about the lighting and the camera. So I thought, you know what? As always, love the haters on this channel. So we've changed the camera around tonight and gone back to a different lighting. Really just a bit of a laugh, really. I've even got the wrong hat on. This is the hat I use to record the videos. Believe it or not, we have certain hats for certain things. This is the hat for the videos when we're filming the videos. That's because I just edited the Nike Vomero 17 video. All right, so I'll come on to that in just a minute. So hence the hat and stuff like that. So anyway, good evening. Good evening, everybody. If you're watching this live for the first time, you're going, who is this geezer? What's going on here? That is because this is the 40 Runs YouTube channel. We talk about many things on this channel, including can you run a 5K in the USA and then fly back to the UK and run a half marathon. And we also do shoe reviews and videos and race vlogs and all that sort of stuff, coaching tips and hints, because I'm a qualified coach, if you didn't know that. We also do shoe reviews. So if you've got a question tonight, if you're watching this live and you've got a question, doesn't matter what it is, or a comment from the weekend or whatever you want to talk about, just crack on and we will get through everything tonight. I promise we'll go through everything. If you are listening to this as a podcast, thank you very much for taking us out with you. Our award-winning podcast, yes, biggest running podcast, independent running podcast in the UK. So that's pretty awesome. So thank you very much to that. So if you're taking us out on your podcast, thank you very much. I know some of you are catching up on some of these episodes, so thank you very much for catching up as well. Thanks very much to all the subscribers, and thank you very much to all the channel members. I think have I done everybody? I think I've done everyone, haven't I? I've got everybody covered. As I say, it's a little bit last minute, a little bit rushed tonight because I was filming and stuff like that. So trying to get many things done. We've got a lot of shoes coming, even though last week was quiet. We've got a lot of shoes in that we're starting to start off film and things like that. So where do we start? So so tomorrow will come out the Nike Vomero 17. I'll come on to them in a minute. I've got them just down next, just filmed. We've also got a shoe that I was embargoed on that will release later in the week, and that's the Ultra Forward Experience. I was embargoed on that one, but that's able to come out now. That will come later in the week. I'm also hoping to get the the Royal Parks Half Marathon vlog drop today. We've got Challenge Toby coming on Sunday, which is an epic video. So that's one of those ones where you need to get a cup of tea, sit back and relax and enjoy that one. Maybe you've got a train journey or bus journey, or you just want to watch that in a bit of peace and quiet. But that's a funny one. So that's on Sunday. And we're hoping to get the Chicago race vlog out as well. Hayden was out with a camera over the weekend for us, and that will hopefully come on the channel. We've also got, but I don't think it'll be this week. We've got some winter training gear, because I've just seen the Kayano 30s down there, the Kayano 30 Light. Again, I'll show you them in just a second. And I think that's it. I think you're up to speed. So I think there's going to be more videos than usual this week, mainly because we've got a lot going on. We've got another shoe that I will release the video when I can release the video. I'm not sure on that one exactly when I can release that video, but hopefully it's soon. So that could come this week, or it might come next week. I'll wait and see when I get the green light on that one. So how's everybody doing? I've already seen the chat lighting up. Again, if you're new around here, make sure you light up the chat box with your comments, questions, whatever you want to chat about. We're here. You can talk about Poundland if you want. Talk about medals that we've got over here. Whatever you want to talk about, people. The number of coats that I've got behind me. What, whatever it is. I don't really, all about my new Ron Hill top. But do we like my Ron Hill top? This was provided me by the guys at Start Fitness. Get 10% using the code 40 runs. You're welcome. If you're listening to this, I've got a really cool snazzy. Like it's got a little bit of blue down here as well. Ron Hill top is quite nice. So check that out. Anyway, right. So evening, Bam Bam. How are you? Hope you are recovered. I need to catch up with you this week. Kipton's pretty quick. Yeah, we know. Evening, Kurt. Evening, Dawn. Evening, Ian. Nice to see you yesterday. Of course, I think I scared the living daylights out of you. I started the weekend, Steve NC. I started the weekend the same age as the marathon world record holder. Now the world record holder is 15 years younger than me. Frightening. Evening, Gav. Evening, Craig. Craig, I think that's the same Craig. If it is, I've seen your message. I'll come back to you after the show. Mike, yep. We'll have to go if someone needs to use the phone. It's a bit like that. It is a bit like that, Steve. Hopefully this is not going to come out too bad tonight. Like and subscribe. Yes, thank you very much. Kurt, make sure you are liking and subscribing to this little channel that we've got, this little bit of oasis that we've carved out on YouTube for us everyday runners. Yes, so evening, Penny. Okay, there's loads going on. Right, so let me show you. Hang on, stay there. So, one shoe I do have which is the GT 2012 from Asics. We'll put some more miles in them. But I got them up here today because I was using them for another video. I don't know if I mentioned I had them or not last week. Can't remember. And then here we go. Look, Nike Vomero, fresh from the Royal Parks Half Marathon. Yes, I did a race in them before we filmed the video. Amazing, isn't it? What a concept. Hang on. Sorting out all the IT live on air, hero. So yes, the Nike Vomero, which I wore these yesterday at the Royal Parks Half Marathon. If you didn't know, I'm holding them up to the camera on the podcast. The shoe's going to need, I clean the other shoe up. Actually, it's right over there, but I clean the other shoe up because look at the state of it. So I always try and clean the shoes before I put them on the camera because, believe it or not, some people get the ump about like mud and stuff. Again, I'm showing it on the camera. I've got like bits of that could be horse poo that I've got under the on the bottom of it. So always try and clean them up. Usually with just like a baby wipe or something, but this one's the dirty one. So yeah, did a half marathon in these yesterday. Also did 4.5 miles in this shoe on Friday. I went out there. I can't remember. There is a reason why I did 4.5 miles. Watch the video. But yeah, so interesting shoe. I think it doesn't look anything inspiring or interesting. I think the upper on it looks terrible with these like, I don't know, these triangle things on it. It's just looks terrible. I don't know what it is with Nike at the moment. You compare this to some of the Adidas shoes. Oh, I heard some very cool things about oh no, I can't say that, can I? No, I can't. I'll get myself into a right old sticky mess. But anyway, there's some good things coming from some shoe brands. Nearly let about 3 secrets out. Right, let's move on. But yes, so hopefully no, to pretend you didn't hear anything. So yes, the Nike Vomero. I think it looks terrible, but actually it rides better than it looks. I think I'll save that, and then you can watch the video tomorrow. Obviously, we've got 2 layers of foam in this. We've got the Zoom X here, and then we've got the Cushlon 3.0 on this bad boy. If you've got a pair, because I think these are on sale now. I'm not 100% sure. But if you, that's actually, the camera's picking out quite good, actually. But if you have picked them up, let me know what you think as well. Always interested to know your comments. I can't be bothered to go and get the Kayano light, but they're the sort of light up versions of the old thingamajiggies of the Kayano 30. What else interesting have I got to tell you? I think that's probably about it. I can't talk about that shoe. No. So what else is going on? So loads going on. I've got a super busy November coming up, as I think you guys know by now. We've got New York and then off to Texas. So that's going to be pretty awesome. And then I'm going to try and rest. Busy weekend. The guys were smashing the life out of Chicago, which was just amazing to see. But also amazing to see so many people from the 40 Rounds Running Club all over the world, absolutely smashing it this weekend. It was great to see so many of you at the Royal Parks Half Marathon. Thank you to everybody who came up and said hello. Also, somebody brilliant. Somebody came up to me in the Heathrow Airport, said hello, which was nice. I was waiting for somebody to get off a plane, and they come up to me and said hello. So if that was you, thank you very much for saying hello. I appreciate it. So that was kind of cool. So yeah, there we go. Right. So let's dive in to see what you guys have been up to. So here we go. I've got a cup of tea here. I might have to have a bit of it in a minute. Right. So just got the Skechers Max Row 5. Yes, they were on cheap. I think somebody said they were at Marks and Spencer's. If you don't know what that is, maybe you're living in Mongolia and listening to this award-winning podcast. That's a retail store over here in the UK. They traditionally do like food and stuff and some weird clothing, but they had some Skechers Max Row 5s the other day, and yes, they're very good. I think the biggest comparison I think is the Go Ride 11, which is what I ran Chicago Marathon in, is probably the closest to the Max Road 5. The Max Road 6 is a completely different animal to the Max Road 5. So if you're after the Max Road 5, but you can't get them, go for the Go Ride 11. Evening, Mark. What's this? Lindsay. Made my first 40 meetup yesterday. It was absolutely brilliant. My anxieties evaporated as soon as I met. That's why I started this whole madness that's transcended into the biggest running club in the UK and the award-winning podcast and all that sort of stuff, and all these people meeting around the world is purely because of that. Because meeting other like-minded runners, chatting about stuff can reduce anxiety. And I'm your classic example of that. So there we go, right? Amazing, isn't it? So thank you very much, Lindsay, for coming along. I know it's not easy sometimes. So you can feel a little bit overwhelmed by, groups of people and stuff like that. I totally get that. So, yeah, well done you for coming along to that. Did Speako go to work today? No, he went to work today. It's not like he had a busy weekend or anything. Watch Sunday's video. The new marathon record was awesome. Going to be, yeah, I mean, that was incredible, right? I think, obviously he was in the, obviously you might not have seen it, but it was in the Alpha Fly 3, which Kipchoge also wore, the proto version. It'd be interesting to see how much, or if anything, changes from that until what we get into production. I heard, right or wrong, that will probably be out April sort of time. But again, it could come sooner. But the contacts that I have said they expect it probably around sort of April time. Hype it up all the way through to, because you've got obviously Boston and stuff like that, and you've got the Olympics, things like that. So it'll definitely be out by then. But it's probably that sort of time. So they'll probably hype up. They might even do a, like last time they did a sort of quick release. They let some go. But that's the expectation. But let's see if that's true or not. I don't know that for certain. I say that's one contact that was telling me that. So let's see what happens with the Alpha Fly 3. Let me know in those comments. Are you going to be going for the Alpha Fly 3, or are you not, or are you just going to stick with the Pro 3? Yeah, I can't talk about that either. But the this is the thing, right? So this is one of the awesome things about where this channel's getting, I wouldn't say bigger because it's relatively small, right? But it's the cool thing about working with some of these brands and things like that is you get to find out some cool stuff. But then at the same time, you get told stuff that you can't talk about, which for somebody with ADHD is really difficult. So I don't know when when I'm meant to say stuff and when I'm not to say stuff. And I end up trying to just like really not get myself into trouble. I had to keep the secret about Toby secret, and I was really, really struggling with it. So yes, so some of the cool things that are coming out are really, really amazing. But also some of them are a bit frustrating because some of the stuff that you think is going to be coming, I'm trying to be good here, is coming later than anticipated. So yeah, I know none of this makes any sense what I'm saying because you don't know what I'm talking about, which I totally appreciate. But yeah, just trying to make it sound like I've got a hard life, which I don't. Okay, right. Okay. Why was Toby wearing a bobble hat and he was melting? Yes, he was melting, Gary. It was brilliant. I would say Wait until Sunday's video. All will become clear on Sunday's video. If you don't have a clue what we're talking about, just sit back and relax and wait till Sunday's video. Then everything will become clear. It is an absolute belter of a video. And it was our latest installment of Challenge Toby. Let's call it like that. But I think you'll enjoy it, Gary. If you've enjoyed the other ones that we've done, like when we broke him, we made him run to the airport and things like that without telling him. I think you will enjoy it. Question from Penny: did I get a bobble hat? You will have to wait until Friday to find out, Penny. I'm on the show this Friday, 7 o'clock live. We've got the long run show. I think this week we might just blag it and just talk about stuff. So yeah, you just have to wait and see. I think Friday's show is just going to be a bit of a catch up. I don't even know who's on Friday. Let me just have a bit of my tea because I'm gasping. Hang on. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know who's on Friday on the show. I know I'm on it. So yes, we will wait and see what's going on. But yes, I will let you know on. Well, you'll know when I turn the camera on. All right, I think we have a date in the diary to first get together the Nottingham Satellite Group. Wow, that would be awesome. We have new satellite groups starting. Nottingham, Oxford. We had a lot of people interested in those two. I know Hayden's done an incredible job with the other ladies as well, managing all that, which is just amazing. So I appreciate everything that they do. But yeah, it looks like we're going to be going ahead. What's this? Tad. Hi, Chris. I'm not being able to run under medical treatment. Oh, sorry, mate. Sorry to hear that. Good luck for next week. Yeah, good luck. Whatever you're up against, we hope it goes well. I know some people have been sick. There's like that coldy flu thing. I feel like I've been battling that for the last week or so. I don't know about you. Yeah, weird clothing. I might probably get shot for that. I don't know what I was saying. Evening all. My first marathon this weekend in York. So it's York this weekend. Is it? We've got Amsterdam this weekend, isn't it? Amsterdam. Is it Chester just been? I think we got Dublin the week after. I can't keep up with all the stuff that's going on at the moment. To be perfectly honest with you, there's just so many races. You've got Manchester half as well. Got Great South Run. There's so much going on at the moment, isn't it? It's that really kicked in the season, which is really cool. Right, here we go. Pro 3s at the ready. Right, so are we going Saucony Pro 3s or Adidas Pro 3s? I really wish they would change the name. And it's going to get even more confusing because you have the Pro 4 in both of them. So I think we should refer to them. We need to give them a name somehow. But if it's the Adidas Pro 3, I've seen them cheap. Who had them the other day? Someone said to me they've got the Adidas Pro 3 for £150 on one of the websites. Yeah, I can't remember which website that was. But yeah, somebody had them really cheap, apparently. I got tagged in that one, which is kind of cool. And thanks to everybody who tags me on Instagram. I try and reshare as many of the stuff that I get tagged in. Obviously some of the stuff is just nonsense, and I just delete it. But a lot of stuff I just love, especially like obviously the club runners and things like that. It's just amazing. So I will always try and reshare if I can. So always make sure at @FORDY_runs on Instagram. Running Yorkshire Marathon Sunday. Yeah, so looking forward to the so yeah, I think York's going to be a big one. I know there's quite a few people doing that one. You got that challenging hill at the end. Simon was telling me on the phone earlier that he said that with like 400 meters to go in Chicago, he felt like he was running up a mountain. It was like a slight incline at the finish. He said it was like pancake flat the whole way round. And he said, but just with 400 meters to go, he said something like that. He said it was just like, it felt like he was going up Everest. He said it probably, and I guess, now if you went back there and walked it, it'd probably feel like nothing. But when you're at the end of that long run, it's just like, oh my life. Yeah, Manchester half as well here. As well. So yeah, so there's a lot going on. This weekend coming. I'm at the Oxford half. I've got that to do this weekend. I'm filming the Oxford half this weekend, so I don't know if anybody's going to be there. But yeah, I don't know how that one works. I haven't done that in years. But that's a pretty fast course, if I remember rightly. Yeah, flat and fast, pretty much. but yeah, so excited to do Oxford. Be a bit of a in and out one. I haven't got much time on Sunday, but I've got to get in and get out to do that one. But I'm looking forward to that one. What's this from Ian? Right, Ian, I get the whole embargo trade secret thing, but are there any little clues you can give us on upcoming shows, i.e., race trail, super days? I would say there's not a hell of a lot coming between now and the end of the year. It sounds like some of the shoes have been put back that you would expect to come early because of production issues. That yeah, that's something that I think with the you're going to get a lot of shoes. Yeah, a lot of what's the best way to describe it? A lot of new shoe releases, but from what I understand, there's going to be new um sort of developments in the shoe. So a good example. Let's use it. It's easier to quantify if we use an example. So something like the Ghost Max from Brooks is a great example. It's a shoe that sells like gazillions, but they've tweaked it and they've changed it slightly, and they've gone for a more max stack shoe. So I think there's going to be more sort of incarnations of different shoes that are going to be coming our way. Some of them will hit the spot. Some of them will be absolute disasters, and some of them will just surprise us, really surprise us. So I think that's going to be cool. I think that's going to be a big theme from what I understand in the new year. I'll find out a lot about this um, when I go over to Texas. So that wait and see what we find out over there, because I think that'd be kind of awesome. So yeah, I think there's a lot of, like you say, super dailies will come out. I think that's probably where we'll see a lot of change, a lot of update in that. Yeah, so I think that'd be interesting to see where we go. But there's definitely some like new shoes coming that we probably haven't expected. Some old names being dragged back out, that sort of thing. I think that's probably about as much as I can say. But there's also some delays for some of the shoes that we're hoping to come out as well. I think I think I've got away with that one. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Run the welcome relay as well. I just say yes. Video. Yeah, if you've not seen the airport video, when we took Toby to the airport, just watch that. So yeah, Chester was amazing yesterday. Penny says, yeah, I think a lot of people did that. What's this? Forest of Dean is doing Oxford. Yeah, so Andy's there. I know Ben is running. He's there as well in Oxford on Sunday. I was messaging him on, was it Saturday? I can't remember what I said. But yeah, I was messaging Ben on Saturday. So yeah, so hopefully I'll get to see and catch up with Ben. It'd be great to see Andy. I've not seen Andy in person. Obviously, we did the podcast with him, but I've not seen Andy in person for a little while. So that'd be great. I absolutely love Andy Forrestine. If you're not subscribed to his channel or Ben's channel, make sure you go over to both of those. They're a lot faster, do a lot of different stuff compared to me. They do, their training videos, and obviously Ben does his race videos where he just goes out and wins everything, which is just amazing. But please go and check out their YouTube channels. They're incredible. And just really nice guys as well, which I think is half the thing, which is great. Toby and Hayden bumped into Ben Parks on Saturday at Kafuzi's because he hung out with Kafuzi's shakeout run. Obviously, Thomas from the guys from Believe in the Run as well. These are all YouTube channels you should check out if you haven't already. So yeah, so they're all out there, so they're always good sort of reference points for shoes. It depends on what speed you run at, I suppose, because obviously Andy Forrest of Dean runs at a certain pace and really quick, and Ben's obviously really fast. Both Bens are really fast, so they're always good reference points if you're a bit of a faster runner and looking for shoes. And obviously, then you've got Mike Kafuzi as well, who's I think the GOAT at the moment in terms of shoe reviews. And obviously, you've got the guys that believe in the run as well, do a really good job in terms of the shoe reviews. They're probably about all you need to watch, really, in terms of the shoe reviews, I would say. Yeah, because I don't think, yeah, that's probably a fair assessment, isn't it? I don't think really you could class any of them as sort of journalists because you're sort of biased in any way. I don't know. But yeah, so I'd recommend them if you're not seen any of their stuff. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Oxford. Should be good. As I say, it's a flat fast course, so we'll see. I don't really know what shoes to wear yet. I'm I may wear the shoe that I'm not allowed to talk about, but I don't know whether I'm allowed to wear that. And I'm also expecting a couple of other shoes coming in, so we'll have to wait and see on that. Yeah, well, no, I'm not going to comment on anything. I've just seen those other. I'm not going to say anything about that. I'm still. All I say is I'm still waiting for an email back. Um, but yes, I don't know what shoe to wear on Sunday. Let's see what happens on that one. Why is your mate wearing a bobble hat? watch the watch the video on Sunday. I think it would all become clear. Bread sandwich, so you can understand why Toby was wearing a bobble hat, but it was absolutely priceless. There we go. Going for a first. What's his first? Going for his first sub in Amsterdam. Sub what? Sub 3, sub 4, sub 5, sub 10? What are you going for in Amsterdam? It's a great course. You're going to have a lot of fun. Absolutely loved running that one. What's this? Hey, Fordy, do you have any tips on cleaning shoes in the rainy, muddy winter months? Any products? Yeah, I did. Funny enough, I found this thing on Amazon and I did a review on it. Because I just thought it was so good. It was like it was like something you clean your football boots with. Oh, what was it called? I broke mine because I used it so much, and I never replaced it. I broke it last winter. I should probably get a new one. Oh, I can't remember what it's called, but it's really good. Is it Boot Buddy or something like that? It's a really good bit of kit to use, and it's not expensive um, off of Amazon. It's just great. But people use them on their football boots, and I found that useful, especially on trail shoes. Boot Buddy, Shoe Buddy, yeah, one of those, and it's really good. I said I done a video on it, and I mean, I think I bought it or whatever. It's just have a look at it. It's just a great bit of kit. As I say, especially for the trail shoes, it's a great one to clean them up. Yeah, have a look at that. I'd recommend that one. But again, you can get it on Amazon. I was watching Ben win the half vlog. He was meant to pay. See, I know he's brilliant. Ben is fantastic. And the thing is with Ben, Andy, they're straight up. What you see is what you get. They're just straight up guys. Nice people actually in person. They're not the sort of people be nice to you to your face, and in a minute they just next minute they're just like, oh, is that just ignore you? Do you know what I mean? They're genuinely nice people, supportive as well. Which is great. I think that's a great thing about most of the people on YouTube. Not everybody's like that. You'll be surprised. Trust me. Some of the things I could tell you. Run the course. What's this? I ran the Oxford half course last week as an interval run. Got my unofficial half marathon. So looking forward to running. Oh, good luck. I'll see you there. It's a flat fast one. So that'd be great. But is that soccer? Yeah, it'd be interesting to see. Right. What's this? Great male recommendations. What about the ladies? I would say Meg from Believe in the Run. Again, I know it's relative in terms of her speed. She's unbelievably fast, but she's always worth watching on Believe in the Run. So when they do the shoe reviews, they tend to have Meg and Thomas or Meg and Robbie. So that's always a good reference point. So I would recommend having a good watch of their stuff. But again, I appreciate Meg is quick, but you've got Emily run Hella. So run with Hella, run like Hella. Run like Hella, I think it is. But Emily's brilliant channel as well. I'd thoroughly recommend that. But it's all relatable, isn't it? So that's the thing. Emily's is a be disrespectful, like she's a good runner, but she's like her times are different to a lot like Meg runs or like Philly Bowden's to somebody. Right? I mean, Philly's is an elite runner. So I mean, it depends what you're after, isn't it? It's like it depends what you want, what's relatable to you. I mean, it's great to watch people like Ben and like Andy and that lot for me, but I could never dream of running those sort of times. So what those guys find work on their feet, might not work for me because I'm totally different sort of runner to them. Do you see what I mean? So I think it's all relevant and what you enjoy watching, right? So there's no right or wrong here. It's just yeah, It's just the way the world goes round. But yeah, I would recommend, I say, Believe in the Run, Meg on there. She's pretty much on point, and well, she's on point, and then Emily as well. Run like Hella. That's it. Run like Hella. Get that absolutely right. She's lovely as well. I've seen her in New York as well, which would be cool. Hey, 40. What's this? Hey, 40. Hey, 40. Ran my first half, Dublin 2:15. Thanks for all the hidden gems in your shows. You're welcome. Well done. Congratulations on that. The boot buddy. There we go. He's on Dragon's Den there. So that's what he is. The boot buddy. That's the way to clean up. So on the trail shoes, it works a dream. In particular. Kellogg's on the run. Yeah. Okay. Pork chop. What's this one? Do you drop your weekly mileage much after the autumn marathon season before? Yeah, it's an interesting. Let me just finish this. Hang on. That's the worst thing you could do when you're listening to a podcast and someone goes, sorry, apologize. In terms of weekly mileage, so my weekly mileage usually, yes. At the moment, my weekly mileage is low for me because of the injury I've got to my back, to the disc in my back. So I'm having to manage my weekly mileage reluctantly, and it's very frustrating. I feel personally out of shape at the moment, which might sound a bit nuts, but I feel out of shape and don't feel that I'm where I need to be in terms of fitness at the moment, because of my mileage and over what I can and can't do. I'm really limited at the moment. So, for example, I took today off, which I wouldn't normally take after doing the half yesterday. We ran that. We would have been, I think it was 1:45 pace was the idea, but we stopped at the end. We had literally 400 meters to go. If you ever look on Strava, you'll see it. But we stopped for a considerable amount of time to help somebody who was not in a good way. Toby and I stopped for that to help that person, because I'd hoped somebody would stop to help me if I was in that same situation. As twice has happened to me now recently, but I'm very happy to do that. My times go out the window when somebody's health is at risk. So we took care of that runner, which was good. But my point is, we was on for 1:45, and today I felt that. I felt my IT band and my left leg was tight, and my back was hurting. So I listened to my body. So I'm reluctantly having to hold my mileage down. I know I'm taking a long time to answer your question, but usually, yes, I do drop my weekly mileage down. So I usually peak mileage for me on this plan would have been 56 miles was in the plan to peak, but I won't nowhere near that. And then I would taper down, and then when I come back, I'll probably be at about 30 miles, it's about 30 miles in general a week, because I don't want to. Don't get me wrong. Again, I'll take a week off or whatever, but I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose that consistency within my running. I think that's one of the things that affected me over the summer months because of the injury. Taking that week off, 2 weeks off, I just feel like I lost some of that consistency, and I'm struggling with that at the moment. Now I think that's what made me bring all my times down this year at the start of the year, was the consistency in my training, and I kind of lost that a bit through no fault of my own. So yeah, I would normally taper that down. I'd normally bring that mileage down and then go again in sort of pick it up middle of December, ready to start marathon training January the 1st, as we move into the spring marathon that I'm focusing on. Yeah, so that's yeah. So yes, long story short, I do, but not this time. I think I'm going to keep. I'm going to, once I've done New York, which I'm going to run for fun. I'm going to run, and it could be 4 hours, it could be 6 hours, whatever it is what it is. But once I've done that, I need to my back to heal. I need the disc to sort itself out. And I need to settle that down, and I need to get back in terms of getting healthy and pain free. So I'll take a little bit of time off, not mental, but just let it settle down, and then I'll start picking things up, and then move into sort of spring marathon training. But I won't want to let my fitness drop too much, because I already feel like I've lost that little bit of speed, that little bit of endurance in my engine and my legs. I definitely feel like even though I'm like 4 weeks out from a marathon, I really do feel like I've lost that. again through no fault of my own, purely because of injury, and that's. But again, I completed the Berlin Marathon a couple of weeks ago. Yes, I fun runned it, but I still completed the Berlin Marathon a couple of weeks ago. So I've got to bear that in mind. But we're funny old things, aren't we, as runners? But yeah, so I think that's probably a long-winded way to end this week's show. Thank you very much to everybody who joined in and tuned in live. As I always say, we can't do these shows without you. What's this, Steve? Do you think you will always go for a spring? What's this? All right, I'll answer this and then I'll go. Do you think you will always go for a marathon in spring and then another in autumn? Would you consider doing a fast? Well, it's interesting you say that because I believe my 5-10K times came down this year as a result of my marathon training. So if you look, I beat my 5K PB, my 10K PB, my half PB this year, and my marathon PB as well. But I did that, I believe, through my consistency within my marathon training. So for me, having a spring and autumn marathon sort of helps my other times. Does that make any sense? Because I feel just like I'm just getting fitter and I'm pushing myself to get a bit faster. And I know that the speed work needs to come to be able to run the times that I think I can do and test myself. Again, just to be absolutely clear, I'm not there to run times, but the reason I reference it is because I look to see and train a certain way, to train hard, because I enjoy that. And then I usually let the sort of race day take care of itself. So I believe that sort of stuff. So having a spring and autumn marathon tends to or has worked for me over the last few years. And those times have taken care of themselves. Yeah, that's probably a good way of answering. Hopefully that makes sense. I mean, that's not for everybody. Everybody's different. But you've got to remember also, I enjoy marathon training a lot. I really enjoy marathon training. I really enjoy going out and running for 3.5 hours long run with my mates. I really enjoy doing that. I really enjoy. Again, I think it's, a lot of it comes down to my ADHD. I enjoy having the consistency and structure in my week to know exactly what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, and I can focus all that energy into my running that week. But also when I'm feeling down and low because of that, I then can focus that into my running as well. So having that structure in place of being in a marathon training plan helps me as a human being survive life. Make sense? So yeah, so hopefully that answers that, and that's why I think my times take care of themselves, because of all the other stuff. So yeah, there we go. Right, okay, so we'll leave it there. Thank you very much to everybody who tuned in. Hopefully, whoever that was that moaned about the camera and the lighting, you've really enjoyed this camera view and looking at my coats and my medals and the Poundland bag. Hopefully, you really enjoyed that this week, and my Ron Hill t-shirt, which I think is epic. And I shall see you all Friday. Yes, I shall see you on Friday. If you're listening to this as a podcast, thank you very much. Make sure you leave a review for us. Nice one. And if you're watching this back as a YouTube video, hopefully you've already hit subscribe before you've turned this off. So actually, it's a bit pointless telling you this after 39 minutes. Should have said it in the first 3 minutes. But or 30 seconds, they say you've got to do it. But yeah, so make sure you subscribe. What's this? Less t-shirts, more shirtless. Peter wants me to go shirts. Well, we can try to do that, but admin told me I'm not allowed. So anyway, I'll leave that there. I shall see you later. Where's the anybody know where the outro music is? Because I've lost it. It's there. So I shall oh yeah, thank you, Steve. Hit like on the way. I shall see you all soon. I shall see you all on Friday. Have fun this week. Be good, behave yourselves. I'll catch you later.